the total IP traffic of 72 exabytes that are up here, that is going to even double more. It's going to go huge, and that is the attraction for us in Cisco. Because I'm going to use a simple example of how this all works out. If you take a look at this building, this is a very modern building. It's a very advanced building. Now, if Dubai is going to be a smart city, we've also said there are over 300 skyscrapers. You said this
more than 400.
400. And it's going to be more than that in the next couple of years. With all these cranes, yeah. That's a national bird of Dubai, the crane. But if you think about it, in a typical building, there are 75 to 85 protocols. And this is where we come in, and why it's important to understand that this is more than, it's technology, but it's also more than technology. If you look at this building, and you can have a very smart lighting. It has a certain set of protocols. You can have a very smart HVAC system. It's got a set of protocols. You have smart elevators, different set of protocols. If they don't talk to each other, if they don't manage seamlessly, you won't have a smart building. You may have smart subsystems. Now imagine if you have a second building and a third building and a fourth building. So in one building, you may have one company, and I'm using this company name just as a way of example. If you've got a Honeywell, in the next building, you've got a Johnson Control, and the third one, you've got a Schneider. All of them are smart by themselves. How are you going to run a city if you've got 400 buildings with different business systems, with different elevator systems, with different lighting systems? I'll give you another example. Denmark. We're working in Denmark, in Dole. Denmark has 25 different vendors providing them lighting for the streets. 25 different vendors. How do you make those vendors work together in a seamless way so that you can turn the luminaires down and up? This is where Cisco comes in. We're in the business of making protocols that don't talk to each other at all. That is how we started switching, that is how we started routing, and that is why over 80% of all the internet traffic in the world goes through a Cisco router or a Cisco switch. We are plumbers, but we are highly paid plumbers and highly well-dressed plumbers. But the thing is, I want you to pay attention to those, but also then come back to the last one, which is the strongest point of your network is not your strength. The weakest point of your network becomes your strength overall. So if you have a smart building, but one part of your building is hackable, is exposed, that's where they come in from. And so this is why we say, when you take a look at this, it is huge. By the way, you cannot change this. And if you sit there worried, oh, we got to get a completely secure system, then you'll be like the person saying, I'm not getting on the roads because too many people die on the roads. And the fact of the matter is, hacking will happen, just like all the other incidents happen. The question is, what do we do about it? So this is why all the things we talked about today and what I'm going to cover next is very important. If you take a look at the consortia, again, the standards body, I came back again to this point, that too often companies, because we've been in silos, because we've been in industries that are siloed. By the way, I'll just give a simple example. I don't know how many of you are engineers, likely not because you know how to write.